Welcome to the April 26, 2022 La Mirada City Council meeting. If you can stand and join me in the invocation by Pastor Joe Basha from La Mirada Christian Church, and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance by VFW Post 9148.
Good evening. Would you please pray with me? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for your unconditional love, your infinite wisdom, and your endless grace and mercy. Thank you for this evening, and thank you for the men and women you've chosen to lead and serve La Mirada. Grant your blessing upon every staff member of La Mirada City Council, staff, public servants, and first responders. Guide and protect them and their families. Thank you for your presence tonight at this City Council meeting. May your perfect will guide every minute of it. We pray that every word that's spoken and every decision that's made pleases you and benefits those who live and work in and around our awesome city. And it's your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please face the flag, put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you. You may be seated. Next, we have roll call, please.
Councilmember DeRusse.
Here.
Councilmember Lewis.
Here.
Councilmember Srega.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Montero.
Here.
Mayor Ng.
Here. Before I get to agenda item number 5, we have a lot of distinguished guests here tonight, so I'm going to call them up and so they can be recognized. We have Chris Staples, Vice President of the School Board, Norwalk La Mirada School Board. We have Karen Morrison, School Board Member. We have Robert Cancio, School Board Member. We have the President, Norma Mescua. We also have former School Board Member Chris Flanzer. And we're also joined by a lot of principals tonight. So there's that cool guy there with the locks, Daryl Ramsey, principal. He owe me $20 for saying that. We have Sarah Gilbert, Garden Hill Principal. And finally, we have Mark Hunter, El Camino High School. Before we start, I just have one announcement. I saw this good-looking guy, hulky guy on national TV today, and then after he spoke, I saw Anthony. So that was actually Anthony. Mayor Pro Tem Anthony Otero. I thought he looked pretty good. He represented us great. I was so proud. Wanted to hug him, but it was a TV. So congratulations, Anthony. We'll start with 5.1, recognition of Woman of the Year in commemoration of Women's History Month.
Mr. Mayor,
City Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Members of the Council, during Women's History Month, which was held in March, members of the California Assembly and Senate recognized women for their leadership and volunteerism. This evening, Lucy Crabb and Michelle Lynch are being recognized for being selected as Women of the Year by La Mirada's legislators. As part of the California State Assembly's annual celebration of Women's History Month, Assemblymember Lisa Calderon recognized Lucy Crabb as one of the 57th Assembly District's Women of the Year. Lucy has served as an usher at the La Mirada Theater and a member of the Friends of the Theater since 1994. She has participated on the Friends of the Theater's Welcoming Committee and several other groups. She volunteers an average of 600 service hours each year for the city of La Mirada. In addition to Lucy's work at the theater, she also makes time to volunteer with other community organizations. She has served as a poll worker for city and county elections, assisted with the city's annual disaster drill, represented the theater at many community events, and assisted with various health clinics operated by the city. Lucy is extremely dedicated and always willing to assist others with an enthusiastic attitude. She is a great asset to our community and is deserving of being honored as one of the region's distinguished women of the year. Congratulations, Lucy.
On behalf city council and the city want to recognize you with this award. You're one of those that, it just shows you that you're always being watched. You know, sometimes you don't think you're making a difference in this world or in your community, but yes, you are. When I first started in 2015, when I was elected, I always saw this beautiful lady with the red hair, always volunteering at every event. Concerts, every concert by herself. You are a true ambassador of the arts, and we need more people like you. So congratulations.
Thank you. I'd just like to thank all my friends that came out tonight, and I'd like to thank the, there they are.
I think they're saying how to see the roots.
I'd like to thank BT and Jeff for going with me up to the pen up there in Whittier. And I'd also like to thank the city council and the mayor for all the good work that you guys do. Thank you so very much.
One more question. How did you feel when you were nominated?
I didn't believe it.
And then what?
I was getting all these calls from the assemblywoman, and every time I heard it on my answering machine, I deleted it.
Is Linda Sanchez deputy here? No, she's not here. Here, say what you want.
It was kind of funny how I even found out about it. It was someone in this room that sort of let me know, and I was so happy. So I said, "So I'm the woman of the year?"
All right, who told you?
I can't say.
Okay, then you're gone. It's good.
Okay, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And next, I'd like to invite Michelle Lynch to the front of the room. Michelle was recognized as the 2022 Women of Achievement Awards for the 32nd Senate District. She has served as a Neighborhood Watch block. She has served as a Neighborhood Watch block captain since 2011. During the pandemic, she held virtual Neighborhood Watch meetings and socially distanced in-person meetings. She attended the city's National Night Out event last year and worked in a Neighborhood Watch booth on her own to encourage residents to be proactive and help prevent crime. Michelle also used her social media presence to promote the public safety team and citywide Neighborhood Watch programs and meetings. Michelle is supportive and appreciative of the efforts of volunteers, the public safety team, business leaders, and residents who work towards the betterment of our community. In December of last year, she served on the Love La Mirada committee and helped coordinate a heroes dinner for our first responders. Michelle's service to the community is invaluable. In December, she also volunteered to help a child shop at the Rotary Shopping event for children in need. She collects items year-round for residents and families who need assistance. She volunteers for the homeless count and helps promote the event. She is also very patriotic and annually distributes American flags to residents to commemorate Veterans Day. Michelle is recognized as a community leader and has been appointed by the City Council to serve on various advisory bodies. She served on the La Mirada Community Foundation from January 2019 through June 2021. In June 2021, she was appointed by the City Council to serve on the Public Safety and Traffic Commission. Congratulations, Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle, I always thought that the difference between good and great is passion, and Michelle is definitely a champion of public safety. And without public safety, we won't be living in the great community that we do now. So Michelle exemplifies that. She's demonstrated that. Everything she does is keeping us safe. So help me congratulate Michelle. And Michelle, same question that I asked Lucy, I'm going to ask you. How did you feel before, and how do you feel now that you've won?
Well, I thought you were joking also. You were awarding me for attending so many consecutive city council meetings. But now I'm just very honored. I'm grateful. Thank you for this. Thank you to all the people here that worked with me on all those different events. We have some incredibly wonderful, kind-hearted people here in Mirada, and it's been a pleasure to work with them. And thank
Great. Wow. Thank you for that. Oh, Michelle, do you drive a Lincoln, like a SUV? I scratched it accidentally.
That's too funny.
I parked right next to this beautiful Lincoln SUV, and I was pretty careful, actually. Next, we have 5.2, recognition of Teen Community Emergency Response Team.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. The Teen Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT, is a national preparedness program that teaches students leadership skills and ways to serve an active role in keeping themselves, their families, friends, and neighbors safe. The city and La Mirada High School recently partnered to coordinate this new Teen CERT program and offered it to students enrolled in the biomedical science pathway at the school. This evening, the Teen CERT graduates are here to be recognized. From January to April, 18 La Mirada High School students completed nearly 40 hours of online coursework administered by the University of Utah and in-person drills to receive certification. Students learned disaster response skills such as how to organize a team of volunteers, disaster medical operations, fire safety, and light search and rescue. Volunteers from the city's advanced CERT program provided assistance and helped train the students. Teen CERT graduates were taught how to mitigate, prepare for, respond to, and recover from an emergency or natural disaster. Teen CERT members have the knowledge to participate in disaster drills and exercises, assist in preparedness outreach, provide peer mentoring, and enhance school safety. The safety training will also increase the number of skilled volunteers who can assist the city in the event of a disaster. With that, it is recommended the City Council recognize the Teen Community Emergency Response Team graduates and present them with certificates of recognition. Now we'll call up the students to be recognized at the front of the chambers. The program was coordinated by La Mirada High School biomedical science teacher Deborah Moreno. I'm not sure if she's here. Deborah?
Yours is coming, your certificate. Mary made a mistake. No, I'm just kidding. No. Yeah. But anyway, I just want to congratulate you, all your hard work in putting this team together. You just never know when a disaster will strike to a community. By being actively prepared, keeping everyone safe is a great purpose. Yeah. So what made you want to do this, and how is it working with all the teenagers?
Well, I couldn't do it without the kids. The kids.
Of course, they're part of the team.
They did, by the way, they did all this on their own time. This was voluntary. This was not part of the curriculum that we have during the day. They sacrificed several of their own Saturdays to come and train.
On Saturday?
On Saturdays, They did work on their own. We participated with the University of Utah to the online program to prepare them through the theory portion and then their hands-on training. Officer Cypress was a huge part of our success in that area, as well as John Hunter, who came and gave his time freely to the kids so that they could do this. They're great. Our kids are amazing if we just give them the opportunities. So I love the kids, and I'm just grateful to be able to be their teacher.
All right.
Do we have the phone numbers so we know who to call?
I do.
Well, you have it, okay. That's what I'm sure. So we're going to call your name, and then when you get your certificate, if you can move over to head up to the flag. Yeah, you get a nicer one. That's why it's being prepared.
Very nice.
Okay,
So we have Carissa Castro. You volunteer on a Saturday? Wow, amazing. Is your dad here? No, so you have no portion of time. That's why you're on a Saturday. So, down here. We have Andrea Dawson. We're going to do a Yu-Gi-Oh weekend. Do this? Okay. We have, can you say this for me? Oh, let me try it.
Good move.
The way, just the way it looks.
Your ZZ.
Zayatsy?
Just want to make sure she's a real teacher. She's only a teacher teacher can pronounce those names.
They're working for the city.
Oh, Emma. Oh, Emma. Congratulations. You're the one that everybody raves about. And, yeah, amazing. Congratulations. Wow. You raved about her.
Yeah.
We have Tara Miranda.
They did 4 Saturdays
Four
and
Saturdays?
a fifth Saturday for an
I heard there's a stipend for students from the school district.
Oh, we're gonna look into that.
Anyone the president?
Oh, yeah, and I get a cut.
Is that true, Chris Staples? No? Oh,
I'm gonna meet with Chris after. we finish.
yeah. I thought you guys got a grant or something. Anyways, we're Ryan Moreno Rojas. Congratulations, Ryan. Senior? I wish Michelle was still up here because Michelle's tall like Haley Silvas. Congratulations. Is that your sister next to you? No? Okay. Wow, your mom looks young. We have Abigail Tafoya? Yeah. Congratulations, you are the most enthusiastic person I've ever met. I wasn't even sure who you were cheering for. Riley Moreno Rojas. Congratulations. Big brother you have there. That's all we have. The rest of the council, you want to join me there for a group picture? Anthony gets a sent to the users. We'll go back in so it looks a bit nicer. Thank you again for all you guys do. And we have 4 school board members here. That's majority, so they can't make a decision without violating the Brown Act. But make sure you follow up with them on your stipend. Next, we have Love a Tree poster contest.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, thank you. Yep. The City of La Mirada conducts the Love a Tree poster contest in honor of Arbor Day as a way to educate students on the importance of trees and the many benefits they provide. Community Service Commission Chair Rebecca Klein will assist with recognizing the poster contest winners. Rebecca?
Thank you. This year, more than 600 local students from elementary school to high school submitted posters recognizing the importance of trees in the community. Members of the La Mirada Senior Council reviewed the entries and selected 44 finalists. Members of the La Mirada Community Services Commission then selected posters to serve as the citywide winners of this year's Love a Tree poster contest. Poster finalists have been on display at the La Mirada Public Library during the month of April. Winning posters are on display this evening in the City Hall lobby. This year's winning artists include Olivia Sanchez, Kindergarten, Escalona Elementary School.
Principals and teachers are welcome to come down as well.
Congratulations. Kylie is our winner for first grade, Eastwood Elementary School. Congratulations. Ethan Koo is the second grade winner for Heights Christian School. Congratulations, Ethan. Alice Lee is a third grade winner from Eastwood Elementary School. Congratulations. Logan Baraldi is our fourth grade winner for Garden Hill Elementary School.
Mr. City Manager, can you tell us what's in the bag? It's pretty heavy.
There's splash passes, a couple of splash passes. We have, I believe, an art set and a picnic blanket and some other La Mirada gear.
Swag.
What else is in here? You got splash tickets and something.
There's an art set, I believe, a picnic blanket, and some other La Mirada gear. Mhm.
Congratulations. Juliana Moreno Flores is the fifth grade winner from Garden Hill Elementary School.
She's never been to Splash. It's a perfect,
Okay.
perfect fun.
Congratulations. Joshua Herrera is the sixth grade winner for St. Paul of the Cross.
Have you been to Splash? Okay, but go again.
Congratulations.
I went to shake his hand and he just grabbed the bag. So.
Ella Jimenez is seventh grade winner for Beatitudes of Our Lady Lourdes School. Congratulations. Jessica Dela Cruz is our high school winner from El Camino High School. Do you want, yes, please.
Except on her behalf.
I got this one.
Since this is at the high school level, I was going to ask you, you can describe what she was thinking.
I don't know, since she's bringing all the elements of paper into it. You have the papyrus in the background with the newspaper, the tree in the front, and then how tree gives life to maybe the birds and different forms of life that exist on this planet.
Good answer. Good answer.
Better tapped in, so I like that.
Congratulations, Jessica. Thank you.
That sounded pretty believable, I say. Yeah. Next, we have Proclamation for Public Schools Month. So let me get to that. So let's see. Whereas America's public schools are responsible for installing a love of learning in children and teaching them the skills to pursue satisfying and productive lives. Public schools are also responsible for cultivating in our young people the teachers of tomorrow, a love of freedom and an appreciation of the benefits of living in a democratic society. Public schools serve an important role in American society by teaching children about the richness of cultural diversity, the interwoven strands of people from all backgrounds which give our nation its flexibility and strength. In light of the fundamental service our public schools have provided in helping millions of young Americans find success and encouraging them to continue high academic achievement in the future, it is fitting that this year's theme of Public Schools Month is repairing the world by improving ourselves. Therefore, I, Ed Ng, Mayor of the City of La Mirada, do hereby proclaim the month of April 2022 as Public Schools Month to promote public education as a foundation upon which we can build our nation's future.
And Mr. Mayor, School Board President Norma Amezcua will be accepting the proclamation.
And I will like that also done with you.
I'm not sure if you guys know, but Norma and I are products of Belmont High School. The high school was voted the second worst high school in the nation. Honestly, it was. It wasn't safe, and it was pretty rough going for us, especially for immigrants like us. It was just a horrible time for us, but we made it through, and she's here, and I'm here, and we're big proponents and supporters of public schools. We just are. So,
Thank you. Thank you so much. On behalf of the Norwalk La Mirada Unified School District, we thank you for the support you give our students. Without you, they wouldn't succeed as they do. And we know we have a great partnership with you, and we're going to continue with that partnership. Thank you.
thank you. No? Said it all? Maybe I talk too much. I don't know. Congratulations again. Thank you. Next, we have Proclamation for Arbor Day. In 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. This special day called Arbor Day was first observed for the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska and is now observed throughout the nation and around the world. Trees reduce the erosion of topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate temperatures, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. Trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for homes, fuel for fires, and countless other wood products. And the City of La Mirada has been recognized as a Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation and maintains an extensive urban forest. Therefore, I, Ed Eng, Mayor, City of La Mirada, do hereby proclaim April 29, 2022 as Arbor Day in the City of La Mirada and urge all residents to support efforts to care for our trees and support our city's community forestry program.
And Mr. Mayor, Public Works Director Mark Stoll will be accepting the proclamation.
Congratulations, Mark. We've been a tree city since 1987, right? So, yeah, how long have you been here? 9 years. 9 years, so you were, yeah. Yeah, so you were responsible for all of it. But, congratulations, and thank you for doing what you do. I mean, walk every day is beautiful. Our city is beautiful. Everywhere you go is tree-lined streets. You know, the streets are clean. So that's all due to you and your staff. So congratulations.
As the Public Works Department, we manage the trees and will continue to do so. It's an aging urban forest, so it is more challenging now because our trees are getting up there in age and they do have a lifespan. We planted over 1,700 trees in the last 2 years, and our goal is to keep going, to keep the aesthetic appeal of the city going. So, thank you.
Mark, at last count, how many trees do we have in La Mirada?
Start count.
Yeah. Somebody placed it at 13,000, according to Discover La Mirada.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, that's a good thought, John.
Yeah, good guess.
That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would probably, if I were to do it, I would separate the treaty, divide it up into probably close to 100 quadrants, and each one would, you can estimate. Ramsey, are you here? No, okay, he's a math guy, so, but that's how I would do it, so. Next, we have
Public comment.
public comment. So public comment is now open. Anyone wishing to address council, please step forward. Okay, seeing none, public comment is now closed. Next, we have consent calendar items 7.1 through 7.10.
Move item 7.1 to 7.10.
I have one comment. One comment, sure.
One comment, 7.9. I just want to thank the city for entering an agreement with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department and just commend, I guess, the new CO for Norwalk Station, Captain Salvador Becerra, for being creative and raising funds for the Special Olympics. Those of you who've never had the opportunity, a few years back, the Special Olympics were held at the LA Coliseum in the opening ceremony, and fortunately, my department was able to participate, and it was something that we participated in, and it was a long day of working hard, but it was so worth it to see the athletes on there and to see them compete and actually to participate in that, and I'm glad that the city, we're going to do our part to help raise money for that. There's so many, as a CEO myself, there's ways we try to create ways to raise money for that. The standard tip-a-cop thing we have at restaurants, but I like to see the creativity, so my hat's off to Captain Becerra for thinking outside the box, and thank you, La Mirada, for doing what you're doing to give them the opportunity to do so. So hopefully the community gets into it, and we raise a lot of money for Special Olympics on this, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you for that comment. Really appreciate that. Anything else? Okay, do I have a motion?
Move items 7.1 to 7.10.
Second.
Okay, we have the first, second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember DeRusse.
Aye.
Councilmember Lewis.
Aye.
Councilmember Strega.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Otero.
Aye.
Mayor Eng.
Aye. Next, we have a public hearing item, 8.1, which is resolution number 22-08, establishing underground utility district. Number 22-11, La Mirada Boulevard from Hutchins Drive to 125 feet south of Imperial Highway, and Imperial Highway from 320 feet west of La Mirada Boulevard to 230 feet east of La Mirada Boulevard.
Mr. Mayor, staff will give the report, and the council can conduct the public hearing. Our Public Works Director, Mark Stoll, will be giving the report on this item.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Pursuant to ordinance number 137, the City Council may call a public hearing to ascertain whether the public necessity, health, safety, or welfare requires undergrounding of overhead facilities and structures within a designated area. The date of April 26, 2022 has been advertised as the date to conduct a public hearing to consider the establishment of Underground Utility District number 22-11 for the undergrounding of wires and facilities supplying electric, communication, or similar associated services on the west and east sides of La Mirada Boulevard from Hutchins Drive to 125 feet south of Imperial Highway, and the north and south sides of Imperial Highway from 320 feet west of La Mirada Boulevard to 230 feet east of La Mirada Boulevard. Pursuant to the procedures for establishing an underground utility district as set forth in ordinance number 137, the meeting date has been properly noticed, and all affected property owners and utilities have been notified of the date and time of this hearing. Included in your agenda is the proposed resolution establishing Underground Utility District 22-11, including a map outlining the boundaries. So it's recommended that the City Council conduct a public hearing as required by law and adopt resolution number 2208, determining the need for an undergrounding of overhead facilities and establishing an underground utility district number 22-11. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate that. We will now open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak for this resolution, please come up and speak for it. Okay, seeing none, anyone wishing to speak against this resolution, please step forward to the podium. Seeing none, okay, the public hearing is now closed. Any questions, comments for staff? Yes,
Mr. Mayor, just one thing to add on this. It's important to note, the language is included within the resolution, but the primary reason for creating this district is that there is funding that's remnant funds through Southern California Edison, a specific program. They have a Rule 20 program, and so changes have been made at the state level where these funds are no longer going to be available to cities for this purpose, and so we're basically spending down the last of the funds that we have available. So the idea being that there won't be any city general funds going into this project. We'll spend down the remnant funds available from Southern California Edison's program and take care of an area that we feel will help clean up some of that intersection in terms of the lower level communications lines that we're seeing on some of those poles. So that's the purpose of this district.
Thank you for that report. Yeah, underground's a lot safer than overhead. You know, you're protected from the high wind and flying debris, so it's a lot safer. I guess my question is, it's a big project to go from overhead to underground. Is there a timeline for that? Because I think there'll be a major interruption and impact on traffic. It looks like you guys been talking.
It's going to be a couple years away. It does take Edison a number of years, talking probably 3 to 5 years, roughly. So this is still a ways out still.
So we ways out, but we're earmarking the money for
Correct.
that.
Yes, committing it for this project.
Got it. Okay. Thank you for that report. Do I have a motion?
Move item 8.1.
Second.
Okay, no more comments, discussion. Roll call, please.
Councilmember DeRusse.
Aye.
Councilmember Lewis.
Aye.
Councilmember Srega.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Montero.
Aye.
Mayor Ng.
Aye. Next, we have ordinance and resolutions. Where are we at? Oh, 9.1. Resolution number 22-09, approving the installation of a marked Continental Crosswalk accompanying signs and pavement markings and rectangular rapid flashing beacons on Hillsboro Drive at the Coyoli Creek Bikeway crossing. And I understand that this has been vetted by the Public Safety and Traffic Commission, right? Okay.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, that is true. They reviewed it at their March meeting. So the city did receive a request from a bicyclist requesting a marked crosswalk across Hillsboro at Coyote Creek. The city also received a similar request from a resident of Somerset Glen Senior Apartments, which is located right there on the south side of Hillsboro, just west of Beach Boulevard. The city's traffic engineers studied the location. Hillsboro Drive is identified as a local roadway on the Federal Highway Administration's California Road System map. Hillsboro is a stripe for 4 travel lanes, a bike lane, and a painted median on 64 feet of pavement. It is signalized at Beach Boulevard and High Point Drive, and the posted speed limit is 40 miles per hour, with about 6,200 vehicles traveling on it each day. The Coyote Creek Bikeway crossing is located between 325 feet and 340 feet west of the west curb line of Beach Boulevard. The bikeway is operated and maintained by Orange County Parks and is designated as a regional riding and hiking trail on signs posted at the Coyote Creek Bikeway openings at Hillsboro Drive. A review of the collision history on file with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department for the 5-year period through July 31st of last year revealed no pedestrian-related collisions on Hillsboro Drive. However, there is a decent amount of both bicyclist and pedestrian traffic that uses that location. A review of the Coyote Creek Bikeway crossing on Hillsboro Drive indicated a decorative colored concrete area is placed between the north and south bikeway openings. This crossing appears to look like a designated crosswalk for the Coyote Creek Bikeway. I think you can see within your map a photograph of the location. Additionally, the County of Orange has posted used crosswalk signs on the bikeway access gates that, when open, direct pedestrians to use the Coyote Creek Bikeway crossing to cross Hillsboro Drive rather than crossing at the signalized intersection of Beach Boulevard just a bit to the east. Due to the horizontal and vertical curvature of Hillsboro Drive approaching the Coyote Creek Bikeway, as well as the number of pedestrians and bicyclists using the crossing, it is recommended a marked Continental crosswalk be installed on Hillsboro Drive at the bikeway crossing. It is also recommended a pedestrian crossing device that uses yellow LED rectangular rapid flashing beacons that are similar in operation to emergency flashers on police vehicles be installed at the Coyote Creek Bikeway crossing, along with accompanying pavement markings and signage. Additionally, since Hillsboro Drive is a multi-lane roadway with higher prevailing speeds, yield lines with yield to pedestrian signage should be installed, preceding the new Coyote Creek Bikeway crosswalk on Hillsboro Drive. As you mentioned, the Public Safety and Traffic Commission did approve these recommendations again at their March 24th meeting. And with that, it is recommended the City Council adopt Resolution Number 2209, approving the installation of a marked Continental crosswalk, accompanying signs and pavement markings, and rectangular rapid flashing beacons on Hillsboro Drive at the Coyote Creek Bikeway crossing.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. Any questions, comments? Councilman Lewis?
I just have one. What is the definition of a continental crosswalk as compared to another type?
The crosswalk has like diagonal lines going across it rather than just a crosswalk designation. Rather than just the two lines, it has like slash marks, ladder.
It's more visible.
Right, it makes it more visible for the motorists.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no.
It's like continental breakfast.
Like,
Right.
yeah, that's what I was
It's like
thinking. Minimal, I was thinking.
I don't know, but thanks, Sam. Any other questions? No, Councilman Sbrega. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Councilman Sbrega?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just a quick question on the flashing signs. Are those just continuously flashing, or are they manual where you go push a button, it turns on, and then people can
They're
cross?
push button.
Okay, thank you.
Councilman Otero?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And I imagine these lights are hardwired, solar powered, or do we know?
They're, do you know? I know they're LED, but.
They'll be LED, but they'll be solar powered. And if you want to see a sample, we have some on Biola in front of the campus. There's a couple sitting there.
Good. I've seen those, and I like these. I'd like to see these be the standard for the city, move that way eventually, because even the neighborhoods, because I know they're quite the flagship of where it should be, and I think we're capable of it. So I'd like to see maybe we can move that way. Just whoever's on the Public Safety Commission, can move that way. Thank you.
What are you referring to? I didn't get it.
I put a week out there and they know who they are.
Lucy, you? You're the other though. Okay. Yeah, anything else? Oh, Councilman DeRusse?
Just I think this is something that's been needed for quite a while in that area, and also because of the speeds and because there are pedestrians there, and because Orange County did put something in there that looks like, hey, it's great to just walk straight across there, and we need to govern that. So I'm all in favor of this, and having said that, I'll move staff's action.
Great. We have a motion?
Second.
We have a second. I just want to say that I've received at least 10 emails or calls on this one. And I always tell people, let the process play out. One thing good about this commission, and also the safety, the traffic engineer is really not just all about technical analysis, but they actually marry the technical analysis with the humanistic values as well and consideration as well. So I'm just really glad that you guys saw it the same way. The numbers sound like didn't really support it, but because of the curvature of the street and the turn, people going so fast that you guys approved it. So thank you, the commissioners who are here today. So with that, roll call, please. Oh,
Cap.
did you have a question? No. Oh, okay.
Councilmember DeRusse?
Aye.
Councilmember Lewis?
Aye.
Councilmember Srega?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Montero?
Aye.
Mayor Eng?
Aye. Finally, we have 9.2, resolution number 22-10, adopting a project list for fiscal year 2022 to 2023, funded by SB1, the Road Repair and Accountability Act of 2017. Mr. City Manager?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The RMRA is basically aims to address basic road maintenance, rehabilitation, and critical safety needs on state highways and local streets and road systems. In order for the city to be eligible to receive SB1 funds, the city is required to submit 2 reports. The first is an annual proposed project list by July of each year, and the second is completed and in-progress project expenditure report by December of each year. Residential street rehabilitation Phase 6B is currently in progress in the neighborhood just north of Biola University. The project includes street rehabilitation, in addition to repair of concrete curb gutter, sidewalk, and the installation of handicap ramps on residential streets in the areas bounded by Imperial Highway, Mirada Boulevard, Calpella Street, and Biola Avenue. Phase 6B was identified as an eligible project for the fiscal year 21-22 and 22-23 allocations. The allocation for fiscal year 22-23 is anticipated to be approximately $1,108,527. Phase 6B will also use gas tax and measures R&M funds. Construction is expected to be completed by the fall of this year. And with that, it is recommended the City Council adopt resolution number 2210, adopting a project list for fiscal year 22-23 funded by SB1, and authorize staff to submit the project list to the California Transportation Commission.
Thank you, Mr. City Manager. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, do I have a motion?
Move item 9.2.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember DeRusse?
Aye.
Councilmember Lewis?
Aye.
Councilmember Srega?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Montero?
Aye.
Mayor Eng?
Aye. Next, we have City Council reports and announcement. We'll start with Councilman Steve DeRusse.
Thank you, Mayor Ying. I'd just like to again thank Michelle and Lucy and, for all your hard work in the community. And, our community, without volunteers like you guys, we just don't have the services that we have. And it's just so important that people volunteer, and that's why we like to recognize it, And Lucy and BT, just want you to know, I don't care how great the show is. If I don't get a hello from Lucy, it's not happening. But and she's just an ambassador for the theater. Michelle's just a great ambassador for our city. So I think these were both well deserved. And so just thank you guys for all your hard work. We attended the Easter egg hunt. That went well, thanks to all the service groups that participated in that, and staff for putting that all together, and went really well. And BT Sound of Music, it was great, it was wonderful. I noticed that I was reading one of the reviews on the program, and rave reviews on the program, but this one particular review that I read singled out the new sound system. And they said how great the sound system was. And I can't say enough about sound system. Yeah, fabulous. I talked to a couple other people, and they said it just sounds so great in there. It's just so, thanks for putting all of that together. And if you haven't seen Sound of Music, BT's here selling tickets, so make sure you get your tickets. And I attended yesterday via Zoom with City Manager, the I-5 Consortium committee there, and we are 88% finished with the widening and the bridge of all that, so sometime in the summer it will be done. And if you have not got your ticket for this Friday, the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast at the Holiday Inn, 7 a.m., you can buy tickets there, and hope to see all of you there for that. It's going to be a good, wonderful event. And that concludes my announcements, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman DeRusse. Appreciate that. Councilman Lewis?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Also want to thank BT and the crew for Sound of Music. That was an awesome show. The sets, the music, the leads, it was amazing. That was definitely something to see. What is it, 3 weeks? 3 weeks left. I suggest everybody get their tickets. It's definitely going to win some Ovation Awards, I think, this time around. And again, the farmer's market came up on Saturday. Everybody should go to the farmer's market. Every time I go there, I plan on just getting some tamales or something. I end up spending about $200. So there's usually about $200, $250 worth of stuff that I end up getting out of there because it's such a great deal on a lot of the farmer's market materials. You've got plants, you've got produce, you've got hot food, things you could bring home. So definitely give that a visit on Saturday mornings. And the music is great too. I'm not sure. Are you behind that, BT? The music? Okay. Is that Oliver? He's not here. Okay. Keeping the music going is definitely something that's working. I think people are complimenting the music. So, and then we had the egg hunt. The egg hunt was great. Thanks staff for doing that. It was excellent. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. No. Well, that was great. It's great to have that every year. I think that's been going on since my kids were very young. Hasn't changed, and I think it's actually grown. So you guys are doing a great job with that. And to Michelle and Lucy, you guys, awesome, doing a great job. Time I go to the theater, Lucy, concerts in the park, Lucy manning a booth. I mean, you just can't get away from seeing Lucy at some event. And she's one of the highest volunteer numbers for the volunteers in action. She's always at the top of the list, so great job. And Michelle is, I mean, all the things that she does, and she's close to me on my social media prowess. She's catching up, and she's almost there. But great job, you guys, keeping up with all the events and keeping the public informed. You guys do an excellent job, and you guys deserve every award that you get. So thank you for that, and that is my report.
Thank you, Councilman Serena.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to thank Pastor Jack for inviting me last week to attend the Downey Clergy Council. The goal was to see kind of some of the resources that the city of Downey offers to individuals. There's been a couple incidents that came up within the city, and just some of the different resources that are available even within the county. They were presenting their new Veteran Center that's currently being housed at the Downey Library. It's basically a one-stop location for any veteran to come in and get assistance with VA benefits, anything that they're looking for that's VA related. And my goal in doing that and talking to former Mayor Rick, I believe it is to be able to see if, because that's kind of a pilot program that they're starting in Downey. They're going to build a complete center for it, so it's going to be a much bigger project, but they're already working with a couple different cities as well to expand it. So in my thinking, I was thinking of the VFW, and if there's some synergy there, some nexus in which we could connect those services with veterans here in our city. It doesn't take a lot of resources. We have, the resource center, the activity center, we have some space, but I just thought it'd be a good project to kind of look at and see if we can bring into the city of La Mirada. So thank you again, Pastor Jack, for the invitation. I appreciate it.
You talk about the VFW resources that's opening at the library, at the Downey Library, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Thank you. Councilman Otero.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. On April 14th, Councilman Lewis and I attended the VFW ice cream social that we had there, and thank you, Dr. Cancio and Commander Maldonado for having us there. We got to recognize some Teacher of the Year recognitions, and that was pretty awesome. It was a typical sense of community, and that's what we're about. And we had a chance to hear not only about some great teachers we have in our community, but a young man who also did a fantastic writing about what it means to be a member of this nation, an American, and so forth. And it was awesome. Nothing shy of awesome. I think I'd speak for Councilman Lewis as well. And it also ties into the CERT program we saw here tonight. And I had a chance to make a few comments there, and it's about educators. And I know we have some here in the room, and you guys don't get enough acknowledgement and praise for what you do, because you really do have a tough job, from one person in a tough career to know what another tough career looks like. Truly thankless sometimes, and truly up against an insurmountable odds. But the one thing that we realized is that education is more than the classroom. It's like what the CERT program that they offer the young men and women who are here, and what they learn about themselves and what their capabilities are, and how they truly grow. And I was very honored to be there to see some great teachers we honored that evening. So thank you for inviting us to that, to attend that, to be a part of that, of your reception you had there. That was awesome. Again, the Easter egg event that went on, I gotta apologize to my colleagues. I was there. I was lost. When you hit the buzzer, I was thrown back to when my children were little, and I was trying to videotape when you hit the buzzer and the kids went crazy over the eggs, and you guys are asking where's Anthony, and I'm like, I'm down here. I'm sorry. I went back, reminiscing when my kids were babies, and they were into doing that stuff, and now they're teenagers and they don't. So I apologize for not being there when you blew the horn. Next time that happens, I'm gonna have a horn of my own and ruin it for the next person who does it. So just be forewarned. That was an awesome event. That was a lot of people. The pancake breakfast that was being served there, that was awesome. The pancakes were really good, but they weren't keto, so we couldn't eat them. So that was good. Sound of Music again, PT. That was fantastic. And you know me, I'm a nickel and dimer. And to echo about the sound system, we're sitting there thinking, okay, all right. And the end when I tell you, I said money well spent, very, very well spent. So fantastic. Lucy and Michelle. Lucy, you're a fixture of the community, plain and simple. You're a cornerstone of the community. There's no way around it. Thank you. I mean, I've probably seen you around. I was joking with you on Saturday, the day of the play, like I didn't know who you were. Of course, I was being sarcastic. Of course, we know exactly who you are. And Michelle, some of the things that you're involved in are, I think I've expressed before, are truly close and dear to the heart. The first responders dinner that you were a part of and you helped put on was fantastic. What it meant to first responders and our spouses who were there, to know what we go through and our spouses go through on a daily basis over a course of a career is truly that similar, if not parallel, to people who put a career in active duty military at the same time, with the same trauma and coming to and from and going through what we went through in 2020. So I really appreciate you ladies for everything you do. You represent what it is to be part of a community. And it's people like you that make La Mirada strong. It's people like you that give us a reputation, that when people come to our city and they see our events, that people have nothing but accolades to say about how great we are. It's not because of us, it's here. It's because people in the community like yourselves that make it happen. You give us the energy to keep going, I tell you right now. What you do, and people like you, what you do, make us get up every day and come here. So thank you very much. Congratulations again. Again, the CERT program, I want to touch on that again. I'm telling you, these young people who participate in that, I know we got a CERT fanatic back there sitting in the back of the room. I've talked to him numerous times about CERT. He's very much into it. But by you helping to get these young men and women ready for things like that, when the balloon goes up and things go sideways, it's getting men and women ready and prepared by being involved in programs like that. They're going to help our community get through a very trying time. So thank you so much for those who participated in that, and I look forward to getting that going again next year, and hopefully we can get some of us involved on this dais and that CERT program as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Otero. BT, anything about the theater?
Well, thank you for your kind comments about Sound of Music and the sound system. I want to thank the city manager and also Chris Conrad and Josh Bessam over at the theater, who are sort of my primary allies in making that happen, so we appreciate that. Yes, so Sound of Music will continue through May 15th, so please come and see the show, and we've also got Lucy Crabb, so it's all sorts of reasons to show up.
Thank you, BT. First, let me just address Anthony. So I was waiting for you, but Steve DeRuis and John Lewis said, no, don't wait for him. So I was waiting, I tried. Thank you. They said, no, it's a golden horn, so I had no choice. They're bigger than I am, they're meaner than I am.
But I'm bigger than both of them, so come on, don't worry.
But there's two of them. So
2,500 kids were waiting.
But also, congratulations to Lucy and Michelle. I don't want to get philosophical. I was just talking to my son this morning, so this quote is kind of something I told him. I told him that passion is who you are, is what people, and purpose is for others. But when you marry the two, you have impact. And both of you marry your passion and your purpose so well. It's who you are, but yet you're doing it for others, something bigger than yourself. So together, you have such great impact. So thank you for what you guys do. I really mean that. Now I forgot what I was was going to say. But anyway, so yeah, Easter, we got 2,000 people, and I finally discovered Spanish mango candy. Never had that before. That was the greatest candy I've ever had. I mean, I started hiding it from Kathy, and I was just eating them myself. It was so good. Farmers market, we've been going. The vision has always been is a community meeting place. And we've been going every Saturday. We're running into friends that we haven't seen in a long time. Again, some that I didn't want to run into, but yet I do see them. But it's just great. It's a great community. Talk to the vendors, and they said business as well. It's slow but steady stream of people coming through. So that's great. Sound of Music, congratulations. I think I've been here 7 years and watched probably, 40 to 50 shows. And hands down, that was the top 3. Honestly, of course, I have to say that because every song Kathy was saying, you recognize that, you recognize that, throughout the entire play. But honestly, that was so good. Awesome. Councilman Sorega, I just want to let you know, I actually talked to Rick over the weekend, and I was going to actually talk to everybody about, it's a great program what they put together. They had a grand opening at the library. I think we can probably do the same. What I wanted, in addition to that, was a mobile app for the services, so that all the VFW members will have a mobile app that they can access. So I thought, and I think Janice Hahn's office already said whoever wants to do it, we'll fund it. So I think it's great. Thanks for bringing that up. And then finally, I've been really tired and frustrated and just really, really kind of sad about my plumbing issue. So I've been having plumbing issues for 3 days. And then I finally told John, I'm so tired and frustrated. And he says, from the picture you sent me, I think rats are going to come through the walls. And I'm afraid of rats. So thanks a lot, John. Now I told Kathy, I said, before you come home, Kathy, go buy some rat traps. Honestly, I don't know where I'm going to sleep tonight, because I don't know what I'm going to do. We have fans blowing into the drywall area that's cut out, and it's been a nightmare for me. So anyways, enough of that. So we have us.
City Attorney.
City Attorney's announcement.
Sorry about your rap.
Well, I don't have it yet, but this guy's scaring me. They realize I know.
I have no announcements, Mr. Mayor.
No announcements.
Other than good luck.
Thank you. Mr. City Manager, I don't want to hear another word about rats.
No report, Mr. Mayor, except we do have closed sessions.
Okay, great. With that, we will adjourn to a closed session, and we will report back on any actions. Back from our study session, and we have nothing new to report. Meeting is now adjourned.